We hit record, so we are starting. And thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Noreen, certified fitness professional with Corporate Fitness Works. And this is yoga. All you will need is your mat or towel, as well as plenty of space to move around, and of course some water nearby. We'll be providing modifications as we go through our practice. So be sure to listen to your body, take those modifications, and know that this practice is for you. So listen to your body and focus only on that. If my body's doing something that's a little different, you just do the best that you can. And so let us begin in a seated position. And as we do so, let us get comfortable. All right, so as we start in a comfortable seated position, I want you to just go ahead and close your eyes and think about your posture, lifting your crown to the ceiling heavens and then lower your shoulder blades down to the earth. And find your breath in and out of the nose. And as you continue to build that breath to be more audible than your thoughts, making sure that you are here, you are in the present. If you're thinking in the past, you're in depression, and if you're thinking in the future, it's anxiety. So the presence is a gift. Let's stay there for this practice. And as you continue to stay present, let's set an intention. And perhaps our intention is just to do yoga today. That's wonderful, because energy flows where intentions go. My intention is to give you a wonderful yoga class. Namaste. And as you open the eyes with a smile, let's go ahead and inhale, arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, reaching fingertips down. I love making this personal bubble at the beginning of your practice. And that bubble is drawn with your fingertips nice and wide out. Deep breaths. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, hands out to the side. Alrighty, so we are going to begin some more movement as you inhale, arms up. We are going to exhale that right hand to the hip. And you're just going to find if that right hand is comfortable on the lap or the hip, whichever you want, or even the mat. We're going to find a side bend. Opening the heart to the ceiling and find that lateral tilt. And then from here, we're going to inhale that left arm straight up. And we're going to exhale to slice it, rotating that left hand outside of your right knee. And find a nice seated twist here. Look behind you, planting your right hand right behind your shoulder, your spine. Deep breaths, lengthen the neck, lift the crown. Exhale, spacious belly, deeper twist. And then melt center as you inhale, the arms go up. And we're going to exhale that left hand to the left side, wherever it's comfortable. Finding your side bend, bend that right arm to the left. Deep breaths. We're not letting ourselves collapse forward. We're not opening too much back. We're just going to the side. Deep breaths, like a little bendy straw over here. And then we're going to inhale that right hand up. Exhale, slice it outside that left knee and use that right hand to pivot and twist. Tall spine. Heart opens. Chin is high above the shoulder behind you. One more breath here. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to take that right hand down, slice left hand outside, find your counter twist here. Inhale, arms up. And then we're going to find a side bend to the right. We're going to repeat that again. Plant that left hand down, reach right hand up and over, side bend. Inhale that right hand up, exhale, slice, look behind you. Notice a deeper range of motion, noticing new feelings in the pose. Even though we just did it, we're still feeling different things. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, plant that right hand, lifting up and over. And then as you inhale straight, exhale, slice. Look behind you. Then we're going to relax as you inhale, arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the earth. Heart stays lifted high above the belly. And tilt left ear to the left shoulder. Deep breaths. And now go ahead and give me a yes with your head, staying tilted to the left side. Yes, it's going to be a great day. Yes, it's a beautiful day to be alive. Yes, it's cool to be in yoga right now. And as we do one more full range of motion, Lengthen all sides of the neck. We're gonna find that side bend. Stay tilting your head towards that left shoulder. Shoulders are low. And go ahead and give me a no. No, this week has gone by so fast. No, this year has gone by so fast. And as you continue, really think about that diagonal line that you're shaking your head no in. And then we're gonna stay, revisit that center position where you had your left ear over left shoulder. And now anchor left hand, reach right hand up and over. Good work. From our side bend, inhale that. Right hand up, exhale, slice it outside with a nice sun twist behind you. And then inhale, arms up. Exhale, fingertips are reaching. Inhale, lift the crown. Exhale, lower right ear to right shoulder. And give me a yes, that's a great feeling in the neck. Deep breaths. And thinking about your crown, drawing those straight lines, yes, up and down as we're tilted. And as you continue to do this, really make sure that you're pressing shoulder blades, squeeze your lats down so that the shoulder blades are down. All right, so we've done our yeses. And now stay here with your tilt, that right ear, right side. And now give me a no. So now you're gonna go ahead and shake no, for whatever reason. No, I'm thinking about the future. That's not good, I gotta be present. And let's go ahead and find your tilt. That right ear to right shoulder, plant right hand, reach up and over with the left hand. Deep breaths. And then go ahead and inhale that left hand to sky. Exhale, revolve and twist, final twist. Behind you. Yay! Awesome. So now we're going to continue and we are going to work into some Earth and Sun Salutation. So let's go into a child's pose first, just to be comfortable in your mat space. And so as you find your child's pose, bring your big toes together, open your knees. And I want you to walk out the fingertips, but try to also at the same time simultaneously keep those shoulder blades far from the ears and gently lower your forehead, yogis call it your third eye, to the ground. And from here, the objective is to lengthen the front body and to lower those armpits to the earth without raising shoulder blades. Also, too, we are squeezing the glutes and relaxing them into one heavy piece. Deep breaths. This is your safety pose. This is the pose that you can do at any time of the day, at any time of your practice, to help re-ground yourself. Alrighty, so now we are going to go into an Earth Salutation. What I want us to do is to come into all fours and bring your knees together. As your knees are together, I would also like to offer the opportunity to grab some blanket for your knees, as you will be putting pressure on your knees if you want that. As we continue, we're going to start in this hero's position. Inhale, press, engage those legs to lift those hips. Inhale, arms up. And as you exhale, I want you to take your hands down. And from tabletop, we're going to sit back, child's pose. And then from child's pose, tabletop to up dog. Very good. And then from up dog, table, tuck your toes, down dog. And then from downward facing dog, we are going to gently lower those knees to tabletop, sit back, child's pose. And then inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, palms in prayer. Inhale, lift. And find here, another round. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, take those hands to the mat. You can hear my blind and deaf cat spaghetti yelling. It's okay, it's getting taken care of. And then from here, find your child's pose. From child's pose, roll the body up, curling into a up dog. And then from your upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So in this Earth and Sun Salutation, we're not lunging, and we are also more so on the ground than usual than typical Sun Salutation. So let's go ahead and inhale, heels up, lower the knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Here with prayer. Last time, inhale, lift, arms reach. Exhale, gently plant those hands down. And as you do so, sit back, child's pose. And a nice breath, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And this time, instead of lowering down to our knees, instead we are going to walk those feet up to our hands and fold at the top of your mat. And as you're at the top of your mat, you're just going to take a moment to hug yourself. A nice embrace. And bend your knees. Deep breaths. If your lower back is trying to give you the little signal light on the dashboard, just go ahead and bend those knees. That's what that's saying. And your forward fold. In any fold, if you have lower back issues, bend those knees. The knees will help you. Let's go ahead and inhale halfway. And as you exhale, sit back in a chair. As your arms come up into a full standing, let's go ahead and relax into it. As you go ahead, preparing for the moon salute next. Let's get ready with some hydration. Awesome. We're looking good. As we continue, I'm going to make sure my notes open because I want to make sure that this is awesome for you. Alrighty, so as we continue, the moon salute. Let's begin. All right. You're in the center of your mat. You will need to step wide, so I'm going to face the long edge of my mat. As I continue here, I'm going to center myself first in the mountain. Deep breaths. As you inhale, lift the back of the ears. Exhale, soften knees and hips. We're going to inhale, arms open. Very good. Palms stay up, deep breaths. And as we inhale, bring those fingertips to the sky, touching, and then we're going to find a bend. Nice side crescent. Inhale, arms up. Other bend. Very good. And then inhaling, arms center. As you take your hands out, we're going to step feet wide. As you bend your knees, we're going to prepare to turn out feet, bend those knees into a nice little sun goddess. So from mountain to crescent to star to sun goddess. And then from sun goddess, we're actually going to take that right foot and turn it so that it's about 60 degrees with that front foot. And from here, from sun goddess, reach and find your triangle. Deep breaths. Feel the triangle, feel the balance. Feel those knees wanting to be bent and feel the pressure through the heels and the toes. Lengthen the core, and the core is from the neck to the glutes. Very good. If it feels good for you, maybe you want to open it out, extension in your triangle. Very good. We're still in the moon salute. So to do our next pose, we are going to prepare to bring both hands down and bringing it to that front left leg. So here's an opportunity to bring the feet closer together if it feels good. Or decide if you want to take those hands down further to heel. You're in this tight pyramid stretch, breathe. Inhale, exhale. On the next breath, we're going to inhale, lift the back with right heel. Exhale, bend the left knee. Lowering right knee, inhale, crescent. Crescent lunge. Deep breaths. From your crescent lunge, really make sure that you're activating that front leg and you're really pushing into that front heel and those toes. Squeeze the glutes. Very good. And then from your crescent, you're going to prepare and find a side lunge. So to do that, we are going to take our hands down, tuck that back foot, turn the feet so that you're facing the long edge of your mat. And we're just going to straighten that left leg. And from your left leg being straightened, you have the option to lower your seat or take it to a towel. And here you're in a nice slow lunge. So if it feels good, you can be there. But if that doesn't feel good, just simply be on the bottom of the feet, whatever you want. You can have that foot turned up, or you can have it turned down. Deep breaths. And from here, we're going to turn our whole body to the right side of our mat, lift that left heel, lower that left knee, and then we're going to find our crescent on this side. Inhale, lengthen your moon shape. Activate that front leg and try to keep that knee and that front heel level stacked. Very good. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, we're going to take our hands down, turn to the long edge of your mat, and do the lunge on the other side. Deep breaths. So from here, we turn to the side, and then we just found a lunge, bending your left leg, extending your right knee. And then if you have that lunge, wherever it was, we're gonna go ahead and prepare to find ourselves back into a triangle. So as we do so, we're gonna straighten the legs, and then we're gonna turn your right foot. And as you do so, bring that left foot closer, first find your pyramid before you find your triangle. If your knee is tight, it's just your knee trying to tell you to bend it. Very good. And as you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, we're going to shift, stacking the hips and placing that right arm on the right shin, bend that knee, and find your triangle. Other side. Deep breaths like that. It's less than 90 degree. I've heard some teachers say 45 degree, but I like, I would say about 75 degrees. Every teacher's different. In my journey, I found that it has benefited me more to work a little deeper in those angles. As you are in your triangle, open that heart, lengthen the spine. And then from here, bending that front knee, we are going to find ourselves back into 5-pointed star. Turn those toes out, heels in, Sun Goddess. And then from Sun Goddess, let's go ahead and inhale back to Crescent Moon, bringing those feet together. Find your side bend. Another side. And as you exhale here, we have just saluted the moon. So we're going to do that a little bit faster this next time. So great opportunity to go ahead and grab your water. Experience is knowledge, and now that our body knows what we're doing, we are ready. Alrighty, so let's begin and bring your feet together, starting from the beginning. Take a deep breath, inhale through the nose, exhale from the nose. Inhale, arms out. Opening up, let's bring those inhale arms up to the sky, side bend. Finding your side bend on the other side. Bring your body's center, extended mountain. And then from your extended mountain, step feet wide. As you step feet wide, 5-pointed star. From 5-pointed star, feet out. Let's bring those heels in. And from Sun Goddess, move into those hips. And from Sun Goddess, we are going to find 5-pointed star. Turn those feet forward. And now we're going to bring that left foot forward, reach, finding your triangle. Deep breaths. The triangle continues to bring that right hip back and left hip forward. Very good. And as you inhale, lengthen the fingertips to the sky. Exhale, both hands to that leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding into your pyramid. Inhale, lift the back heel. Exhale, lower your right knee for a crescent lunge on top of that back foot. Deep breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, get your hands to the side. We're going to find a nice side lunge. Let's do it on that left side this time. Deep breaths. Wherever you are in your lunge, we are going to prepare from your lunge to find ourselves back into the other side. So flip and turn everything towards that right side. Inhale, crescent. Very good. And as you inhale, plant the hands. Bring that left foot in as you straighten the front leg. Pyramid. Inhale, lengthen the crown. Exhale, push that right hip back, left hip forward. And on the next breath, planting your left heel, open. Your feet are at 75 degrees as you plant your right hand on your shin, find your triangle. Very good. From triangle, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to find ourselves into your 5-pointed star. And as you do so, we're going to take a deep breath, Sun Goddess. And then from Sun Goddess, inhaling, arms up. Feet together, side bend, another side. Very good. And we relax. Deep breaths. You're doing amazing. And as we continue, we are going to work into some more upper body. So with that said, let's go to the top of your mat. When I say the top of your mat, you might see me stand up here or there, but it's basically right here for you. So I just want to make sure you have that perspective. Inhale, arms up. Back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Hug yourself. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, we're going to lunge that left leg back. As you lunge your left leg back, make sure that your hips are low and your seat is even lower, finding your gaze to be lifted. From here, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves into a downward facing dog. So step both feet back to your plank. And let's prepare for up dog coming up next. Taking a moment to adjust and send your breaths to those shoulders because they are going to need them. Deep breaths. As a species, we don't climb as much as we used to, so I always like to emphasize the strengthening of the shoulders. So as we continue here, let's go ahead and inhale, roll into a plank. As you find your plank, we're going to take our knees down and lower your hips. And from here, I want you to take your hands exactly under where your shoulders are. And as I show you from the side, we are just in upward facing dog at this moment. Deep breaths. Your upward facing dog can be a little bit modified. If you want to take it into a cobra, you can just go ahead and bend those elbows. If you want the up dog, extend the arms without walking the elbows. Externally rotate those biceps out. And if you still want even more than that, go ahead and activate those legs. Lift the thighs up off the ground. Lengthen the front of the body and stay in your upward facing dog. If you want the challenge, you can go ahead and flip your upward facing dog sideways, stack those hips. It may feel weird, it may feel different, but it's all about learning our bodies. And then if you did your sideways up dog, we're gonna make sure we do the other side. Stack those hips. Deep breaths. And then we're gonna go ahead, finding your regular upward facing dog, lower your knees into child's pose. And because we're doing a lot of lower back stuff, we're gonna keep those knees and feet together during your child poses. Deep breaths. And then going ahead to inhale back into your upward facing dog. Whichever variation you like. I want you to challenge yourself and see if you can raise your left arm when you're one-handed upward facing dog. If you can raise one hand, let's offer symmetry to the body. All fingers are spread of that left hand. Inhale, right arm up. Upward facing dog, one-handed. And then from here, back to your child's pose. Yay! Breathing in your child's pose. Maybe it feels good to bring your hands to your sides and flip those palms to the sky. Deep breaths. As you continue here, see if you can provide space in the spine, in the lower back, and in the mind with your breaths. And taking another breath here in your child's pose. You can decide if you want to even stay in child's pose. That's totally up to you. But if you don't want to stay in child's pose, then join me as I go into the bow pose. So for bow pose, I want to come onto my belly. And for bow pose, let's go ahead and inhale one more upward facing dog. Exhale, lower yourself. And then go ahead to inhale. You're either reaching for those feet or you're grabbing them. And as you inhale, I like the variation where you flex your feet and you kick into your hands. Deep breaths for bow pose. For some, this is a little difficult. So if that speaks to you, then I want you to roll onto your side. So here, this is a lot easier. I just simply move my whole body onto the side. To do that, I'll show you in slow motion. Make sure that you first even have the space to do that side bow. So I have the foundation of my pose, and then I'm going to lift and rock onto my side. As I kick in to my hands, I'm safer here. I'm able to get a deeper range of motion. And then I'm going to relax center. And as I find myself pressing into the mat, we'll find ourselves into a child's pose, but this time, let's do those knees wide, feet wide. Deep breaths. And so I like to do my best to introduce a new pose at least once a class. And so the new pose I want to introduce today is called infinity pose. So let's go ahead and start by rolling onto your belly. And now you're going to take yourself onto your side. So my hips are stacked. I'm facing the long edge of my mat. And I'm hanging out here for just a breath. Getting adjusted to this new environment, it's a good opportunity to drink some water. So for infinity pose, to start, we're going to go ahead and take that right arm down. And scooting yourself to the back edge of your long side of the mat. Stack those hips and engage that right arm to keep yourself lifted. From here, I'm going to take that left leg and I'm going to plant it down. So here, this is where you can stop. If this feels good right there, go for it. If you want more, go ahead and try to perhaps bring a prayer to the heart and maybe even lift that bottom foot. Deep breaths. This is called infinity pose. If you don't want to engage that back leg to lift, that's okay. If you don't want to bring the prayer, that's okay. Deep breaths. Stay lifted in the chest. Deep breaths. Opening still. Stay lifted. And if you can, if you want to challenge yourself, we're going to go ahead and grab that right foot with the left hand. Deep breaths. Push your chest away from the mat. And we are an infinity sign. Very good. So the reason I chose infinity was so that we can transition nicely into a half Lord of the Fishes. And so we are going to take both hands in front of us, stack up, continuing to keep that right leg planted, right knee lifted. And hello, we are now in a nice twist. So as I have myself with that, the right leg is on the bottom bent, right, left knee is on the top stacked, I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to place my right hand down behind me, pressing firmly with that left heel into the mat. I'm going to raise my left hand into a variation of half Lord of the Fishes. Deep breaths. And as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to take a moment and bring both arms up. And on the next breath, twist right elbow outside of that left knee. Deep breaths. You might feel that right leg squeezing off the ground. Push it into the ground and keep your shoulders far from your ears. From here, we're going to transition. Inhaling arms up. We're going to exhale just a side bend. So we're going to take that left hand down, find your side bend. And then we're going to do it on that other side, right hand down, reach up and over. So before we transition, we're going to see how we can get into cow face today. So if you can stack your knees, that's wonderful. If your knees are pretty high, that's okay. But the objective here is to have both glutes on the ground, and we want to press those stacked knees towards the earth. The farther your heels are from you, the more intense it will be. As you inhale, arms up. I want us to exhale, taking the left hand down. Find your side bend. And inhale, back to stacked. Let's inhale, lengthening those right fingertips. Exhale, twist outside that left leg. Deep breaths. And then we're going to fold here over your cow face legs. This is modified by also taking a blanket underneath your knee or your seat, or a yoga block can be underneath your seat as well. Try to surrender. Try to melt your heart to the earth, walking fingertips out. Deep breaths. And then from here, we're going to slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. And then moving your feet into butterfly, draw the soles of the feet together. Yay, before we go on to the other side. Breathing into those hips. As you do so, let's go ahead and circle it out, offering symmetry to the body. Always. Symmetry is balance. Balance is homeostasis. And that's what we're striving for. All right, so let's begin now into our other infinity pose. So to do that, we're gonna bring our arms to the left side, plant your right leg, and go ahead and extend that left leg through, and work yourself so that you can actively take that forearm to the ground. I want you to really think about the core lifting up and away from the mat, and also scoot your body to the back along the edge of your mat so you have plenty of space to work with. Here, up to me if I want. If I wanted to make this harder, I could go without the elbow. I just go ahead and lift it there, and totally up to me if I want to do that. But I like to keep the chest open. I like that reminder. So as you press firmly with your right foot, inhale, lift your heart, and maybe take that bottom leg up. So you have the left leg up, deep breaths. Maybe you want to reach that. Actually, I'm sorry, this is the right leg underneath that's up, and the right arm is reaching. Stacked hips, lift the heart. Deep breaths, open the palms to the sky. Keep yourself off the mat as much as you can. And then go ahead, and if it feels good, reach for that foot, planting on the ground, and lift your heart. If you took the prayer variation for your infinity pose, you can always be doing that still too. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. And as we continue here, we're going to prepare for half Lord of the Fishes, and to do so, we are going to simply take that right glute to the earth. And as you do so, still keeping that right foot planted, right knee elevated, and both glutes on the ground, work that left heel to your right glute, inhaling arms up. We're going to exhale a nice side bend, taking the right hand down, find your side bend up and over. And then of course, inhale, lengthen, left hand up, exhale, revolve that left elbow outside the right knee, spine is tall. Try to keep those glutes anchored. Deep breaths. That right hand is behind the spine. Very good, inhaling the arms up. Taking a deep breath. We're going to go ahead and prepare for cow face. So go ahead to work the top of those knees, or the knees to stack to each other, and work those glutes down to the earth. As you get there, maybe you have to pull them out. That's okay. As you're comfortable, you're going to inhale, arms up. You're going to exhale, right hand down, find your side bend once again. Push away from the ground, and push away from the sky. And then from here, we're going to plant that left hand, find that other side stretch. Yay! As you inhale, arms lift. Exhale, we're going to take that twist, so bring that left elbow to the right. And then from here, as you said to yourself, walk it out. Now walk it out. Now, virtual yogis, walk it out. And so as you do so, let the heart surrender all the stress of the hips and shoulders into the body, into the floor. Deep breaths. As you continue to work towards that, try to keep your shoulders square to the earth and the neck long. So lift the back of the ears to keep that spine extended. Beautiful job here. And as we continue, we're going to take a moment to find ourselves back into our nice butterfly. Ooh, there's the flavor. All righty. So as you take a deep breath here, I want to introduce another pose. And it's basically a pose we've done before, but that's the thing about yoga is that you're constantly discovering different angles of the poses. The primary poses all can be freestyle. So you can combine them, just like compound exercises. And so what we are going to do is we're going to combine half star to half frog. What that means is essentially it's going to be like a 90-90 stretch. So bring all the legs towards the right side. And then from here, see if you can push that right knee farther back. And then we've got like a star going on. And to find half frog, we're just gonna lower onto those elbows. So where your torso goes is up to you. If you want more, you can take it towards the space inside, so underneath that left leg, or you can take it forward like a pigeon. But stay here and try to sink your lower back into the earth. Wherever you are. Maybe you're like me, I'm gonna just embrace the earth. I've had a good day. Very good. And then from here, from our half star with half frog, we're gonna take that right leg, and we're just gonna go ahead and find a half butterfly, extending that leg forward, flexing that foot to inhale, arms up. Lift the back of the ears, don't let that chin stick out. And then with the crown elevated, reach down. Woo! Oh, goodness gracious, this is a great one today. As you go ahead and continue to draw your crown to that foot, maybe you can sink your rib cage closer to your mat. Maybe you can bring that right hand inside the right leg, revolving your head to your knee. And then taking a deep breath there, we're gonna go ahead and find our butterfly once again. You're doing amazing. And as you find your butterfly, circle it out. Woo. And then go ahead and do the other side. And as you continue, let's go ahead and find the half frog, half star on the other side. The degree at which that you're finding the intensity in the stretch is going to be based on your breath. So listen to your breath. If you're starting to lose your breath, you want to find it again. And if you lose your breath, you want to go to the point where you were when you lost it. So if I start to go down and I start to lose my breath here, I need to restart here, and with the breath, I can send myself gently. You want to always use the breath. You can't hold your breath, you hold the pose. And so as you find that 90-90, maybe you can push that left knee farther back if you're crazy flexible like I am. Inhaling to lift the heart, exhale, maybe lower those elbows. Woo! This is the eye of the tiger in my hips right now. Dun, 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 dun. And as you continue to just smile through it, see if you can hinge your belly button towards the earth. Maybe you can walk your hands out. Try to keep a nice open rib cage for those lungs to breathe. As you continue here, one more breath, collapse the heart and the belly button to the earth. As you slowly come up one vertebrae at a time, we're going to grab the back of that left hamstring and assist it into a half butterfly. So you can flex that foot, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, ooh, yeah, yes, ooh, I love it. It's like the Grinch with Jim Carrey. He's like, ooh, yeah, that's it, I'm not going. But I want you to go to a 7 out of a 1 to 10 scale. So with that said, bend the hamstring, bend that knee to really feel the hamstring. Flex those toes. And then let's revolve it out. So taking your left arm inside your left leg, revolve to the deep breaths. And then as you continue here, we're going to find ourselves back in a butterfly. Yeah, deep breaths. As you circle it out, take a deep breath. As we get ready for Savasana coming up, we are going to prepare that there's enough space behind us to roll down a vertebrae at a time. And in yoga and in meditation, you always need to have a wet tongue. If your tongue is not wet, that means you're dehydrated, and you have to be comfortable to really succeed. You have to be comfortable physically inside and out in order to really meditate, to focus on your breath. All right, so since I just drank a bunch, I'm going to make sure I go slowly down. Curl that chin to the neck, grab either the shins or the hamstrings, roll down one vertebrae at a time. And as you flatten your shoulder blades, we have a little mouse house in our lower back. That's cool, that's natural. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna reach those arms up to the sky. And then we're gonna go ahead and raise one foot at a time and kick your feet out, deep breaths. Take a moment to wiggle your hips, get comfortable. And then I'm gonna have you grab those shins, one hand to each shin, and we're going to press the shin down and out. And as you do this, we're finding ourselves in a reverse, a reclined frog, similar to a happy baby. But with happy baby, when you're grabbing those feet, we're not opening the hips as much. We are, but here we're doing so more directly. And so with that, I want you to try to draw your triceps down and your heels out laterally. Deep breaths. And then from here, we're just going to hold that frog on that left side. So go ahead and extend the right leg, right arm plants itself, open it out. And then from here, we're going to find ourselves in a reclined tree. So go ahead, like we did in our half butterfly, plant that left foot inside of the right thigh. And as you inhale, arms come up. Deep breaths, flatten your shoulder blades. Reclined tree. And I love reclined tree because it's a beautiful way to transition into a spinal twist. So go ahead and plant your arms in a T, palms are down, and use your right hand as you plant your left foot on the ground. Your right hand is going to grab that left knee and bring it across. Shoulders stay anchored. So don't go too fast. Be sure that as you look over to the left, your shoulder blades stay flat, and then your body just turns slowly. You get more out of the twist there, and you're safer going into it. Deep breaths. Let's go ahead and find that frog again. Open up that left side, and then bring right side in. Ooh, yeah, that's there. That's the flavor. As you continue here, take a deep breath. And then extending left side, left palm down. Open up the hip. And then go ahead and plant your right foot inside that left thigh. Use the feeling, use your awareness to make sure that you're comfortable. Make sure those glutes are comfortably able to engage as you find your tree legs and your palms are above you. Deep breaths. With your tree, let's go ahead and plant those arms in a T. And we're going to make sure that that right foot is planted before you take left hand and we bring it across. So before we even move this right knee over the left thigh, we're going to make sure that the right shoulder is pinned to the ground. Deep breaths. As you go ahead, keep looking in that direction, shoulder blades stay flat. Breathe. And exhale a deeper twist. Stay here, twisting a deeper range of motion. Gaze is one direction, belly button, hips the opposite. And as you slowly come back to your frog, deep breaths. And from frog, we're going to just go ahead and place that right foot down. You have the option to stay in your corpse pose like this, or you can just only bend the left knee, or you can bring feet wide, knees together for the lower back to relieve itself, or you can bring your feet together, knees wide, or you even put your legs up on a wall. Because this is a virtual class, you can make your Savasana go for as long as you want. After you're physically comfortable, focus on that breath. Inhale, the bottom of the lungs to the top. Exhale from the top of the lungs to the bottom. Think about a wave going from your belly button to your chin. And exhaling away from your chin to your belly button. And then inhaling through the nose, exhale from the mouth. As you inhale, Repeat this mantra to yourself. On the inhale, I am fully. Exhale, at peace with myself. Inhale, I am fully. Exhale, at peace with myself. I am fully at peace with myself. Energy flows where intentions go. An opportunity to set a mantra for the rest of your day. Maybe your mantra is to keep the calm you've created in this class today. Holding on to the breath, let go of everything else. For those of you who want to stay in Savasana, totally ignore everything I'm just about to say and enjoy, namaste. For those of us who are going to end class, we're going to bend our elbows and roll onto the right side, forming a pillow with the arms. And let that right side of the body be heavy on the left. I'm sorry, the left side of the body be heavy on the right. The left side of the body represents Tha, which is moon, calm. And the right side of the body is Ha, which is sun, strength and power. And Hatha yoga is the yoga that we've been practicing, and it's the most common type of yoga in America. As you go ahead and place your left palm down into the ground, finding your comfortable seated position on your mat. As you bring your palms together in front of your heart, the thumbs that touch your heart remind you to carry love into all of your practices. We take our thumbs from our heart center to our third eye and bow. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me today for this Hatha yoga practice. And I hope to see you again. Please leave any comments or feedback if you want to see more of something or less of something or anything. I just would love to connect with all of you. Thank you so much. And namaste. Thank you all.